You're sitting there, broken, right? I can feel it in your energy, that pain that weighs you down, that empty space inside that seems to swallow you whole. They left, didn't they? Walked away as if you never mattered. It's eating at you. Every thought, every memory, pulling you deeper. You're trying to piece everything together, wondering where it all fell apart. But here's something I need you to understand. Something that's going to hurt, but it's the truth. And truth doesn't care about your comfort. God saw something you didn't. He saw what they couldn't. He removed them from your life. You might not like it, but hear me out. Sometimes we hold on so tight to what's toxic because we're scared of facing the reality. You wanted them to stay. But the truth is, they weren't meant for you. They were a lie wrapped in a pretty package. You loved them, right? I've seen it in the way you tried to keep what wasn't yours to hold. But that's where you got it wrong. Nothing lasts forever. Not people, not happiness, not even pain. And yet, here you are, still clinging to something that was never meant to stay. You think you lost something, but listen to me closely. You didn't lose it. It was taken from you. The universe took it, ripped it out of your life because it wasn't good for you. You might be angry, maybe even asking, why me? But I'll tell you why. Because they weren't right for you, and you couldn't see it when you were blinded by love, by trust. You handed them your soul, and they crushed it without a second thought. Now you're here, torn apart, wondering why. But let me show you something important. Trust is valuable. You gave yours away too easily, and now you're left with nothing. Broken. But let me tell you this pain, it's not your enemy, it's your teacher. Every tear you've cried, every sleepless night, every deep ache inside you. They're all lessons, and now you have two choices. Learn from it, or stay stuck in this hole you've dug. You think this loss is the end of everything. They walked away, and now it's like nothing makes sense. But what if I told you that their leaving was a blessing in disguise? Every time you tried to move forward, they held you back. Every dream you had, they laughed at. Every step towards a better life, they made you doubt. They were a weight around your neck, pulling you down. And now, you're free. But you're too caught up in your grief to see it. You're crying over poison, thinking it's honey. And that's the real tragedy. Have you ever asked yourself why people leave? Why they walk out of your life like it doesn't matter? Let me tell you why. They leave because they weren't meant to stay. Some people are just here for a season. They're here to teach you something, to prepare you for what's coming next. But not everyone is supposed to stay forever, and that's okay. The ones who are meant to stay, they'll be there through the mess, through the storm. But you'll never find them if you keep chasing the shadows of those who never saw your worth. I know you think you're the victim in all this, but have you ever stopped and asked yourself if you had a part to play in all this? None of us are perfect. We all have our flaws. Sometimes we're the poison in someone else's story. It's tough to accept, but it's the truth. But here's the good part. You can change. You can take this pain, this anger, and use it to fuel something greater. You can let it make you stronger, not bitter. Better, not resentful. Life isn't about holding on. It's about letting go. Let go of what hurts you. Let go of the people who broke you. Let go of the dreams that died. Let go of the past. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it feels like your whole world is falling apart. But sometimes destruction is necessary to rebuild. Sometimes you have to lose everything to find yourself. If God took them out of your life, He did it for a reason. Trust that. Believe that. Stop mourning their absence and start celebrating your freedom. Celebrate the fact that you're still here, still breathing, still fighting. Because in the end, it's not about who left, it's about who stayed, and most importantly, who you become when it's all over. Stop crying over the past. Stop begging for the love you never truly had. Stop wasting your time on people who never deserved you. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move on. The future is waiting for you, and it's going to be beautiful. Dark, painful, but beautiful. What are you holding on to? Fear? Love? Loyalty? Or is it the fear of being alone, of facing yourself? Was it really love, or was it just dependency? Be honest with yourself. You were so desperate to fill that void inside, you clung to the first person who gave you attention, ignoring every warning sign. But real love doesn't drain you. It doesn't make you question your worth. It doesn't make you beg for scraps of affection. Real love builds you, strengthens you. What you had wasn't love. It was a leash. And now that leash is gone. You should be grateful. But no, you're crying over the person who held it, missing the very chains that held you down. Letting go feels like dying, doesn't it? Like tearing away a part of yourself. But that part wasn't you. It was the version of you they created. Weak, dependent. That's the part you're losing, and good riddance to it. Healing isn't easy. It's messy. It's waking up at 3 a.m. with tears streaming down your face. It's fighting the urge to call them, text them, beg them to come back. But it's worth it. Every tear, every sleepless night, it's all worth it. Because on the other side of this pain is freedom. Real freedom. People are selfish. They're broken in ways you can't imagine. Sometimes their brokenness spills over into your life. But now you have a choice. You can stay stuck in this pit of self-pity, or you can climb out. But make no mistake, the climb is on you. No one's coming to save you. This is your fight, your journey. Pain is power. It's the universe's way of breaking you down to rebuild you stronger. Most people run from it, numb it, suppress it. Not you. Not anymore. You're going to face it, use it, shape it into your strength. Pain is your ally. It'll never lie to you. Embrace it, and there's nothing you can't do. Strength, clarity, freedom. That's what's waiting for you. The kind of freedom that comes from knowing you don't need anyone else to complete you. You're whole. You're enough. And once you realize that, you'll become unstoppable. Those who left, they don't get to see the stronger, wiser version of you. That's their loss. Let them live with the regret. This is your moment. Will you let it break you, or will you use it to become unstoppable? The choice is yours. No one can make it for you. But remember, if something was taken, it's because something better is on the way. Trust that. Believe it. You'll look back one day and see that this wasn't the end. It was just the beginning.